You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Key, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
I'm talking about Shawty going crazy. People going crazy in them motherfuckers. Run that shit back, man.
But it's nothing. Nothing. About a woman on a day. Man made the car. Carry the heavy load. Man made the electrolyte to take us out of the dark. Man made the boat for the water like the 7 Man thinks about a little bit of baby girl and a baby boy.
And business in Sin City, Nevada, where people have lost fortunes here in Sin City, as you all know, that the Super Bowl is getting ready to come up, in the next couple of weeks and what have you. Okay, so today, this morning here, the air date of this episode is January 26, 2024.
We're having our usual open mic discussion of the current events of the day. The first thing is that Memphis Police Chief Davis is placed on an interim basis as the new mayor of Memphis, Tennessee decides to rather to keep her on permanently. Actually, he needs to shit can her and fire her ass. And former interim Aurora, Colorado Police Chief resigns after 13 months from Aurora Police Department and moves back to the great state of Texas. This former chief is also wanted on a 5-year warrant for a botched raid in Houston where 2 people were killed and 5 officers' injuries were, ironically enough, he was the chief of Houston PD at the time in 2019. Yeah, so much for great law enforcement. Donald Trump as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear in the primary election. So there's a lot of fuckery going on in that because they're trying to presume him to be the candidate. Nikki Haley is still going up there with him. And then on mainstream media last night, they was talking a bunch of bullshit, and that's all that it was. Because let's be real, people, this clown is going to get reelected again. He's got upcoming court dates. Hopefully the bastard will get convicted before then. Also, too, and we're going to be discussing of how the migrants who are invading the United States are being prioritized over black people in America. That's nothing new. We saw it coming. These coon-ass, sellout, Uncle Tom, ass-scratching mayors, are doing for everybody else except for their own people. This brain-dead syndrome is bad, folks. Also, too, man, we're going to be discussing about how black politicians are more worried about other groups than their own. And then we will be mentioning the passing of Dexter King, Dr. Martin Luther King's second child. He was 62 years of age. And this episode is for those 18 years of age and over. The call-in number is 516-418-5996. Please call in with your questions, comments, and concerns. And if time permits, we'll have a open mic discussion. And this is season 8, episode 6. And this episode is for those 18 years of age and over. Definitely go to our like page, Shabakas Black Experience Enhanced, with your comments, questions, and concerns. And I believe we have StreamYard going on there as well, too. So we're going to bring in our co-host, Brother Che, and also, too, and Lady Che. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Okay, that's good for once. We got some perfectly sound acoustics and what have you. And then, of course, the dump as in human shit. And we want to make that perfectly clear. It's up to his shenanigans and what have you. But one thing I will say is that one of the senior personnel of the United Auto Workers had came on mainstream media and said they're not supporting Trump. They're saying that Trump is a billionaire and he doesn't give a damn about the general public, which he doesn't,
Well, Sleepy Jim Crow Biden is a millionaire and he don't give a damn about him either. I saw that stuff too. So exactly. I was like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Sleepy Jim Crow Joe want to outsource all their jobs overseas and they're talking about they're going to vote for him.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing that Jim Crow Biden did, the no good bastard, is that, remember, people, is that for you to file your taxes, if you was like independent contractors or what have you, you didn't have to file any taxes unless you made more than $6,000 in a year. Mm-hmm. Thanks to Jim Crow Biden, is that anything you make over for $600 for the year, you gotta pay taxes on.
That's bullshit.
You gotta report it now. So you telling me, man, you gonna get somebody out here that's panhandling and what have you throughout the whole year. Let's say, this unfortunate individual, man, who gets $1,000. He's got to pay taxes on his panhandling fees too. I mean, people, this shit doesn't add up. It's asinine. It's ridiculous.
Everything Sleepy Jim Crow Biden has been doing since he's taken office has been asinine. We're under a full-blown invasion. Right. There's talks of a civil war, like any day now.
Okay.
Texas is talking about seceding from the Union. So this is 1861 all over again.
Oh yeah. And then also, too, I've been debating with people on Facebook about, that we was already here, prior to which, and I put up, prior to the transatlantic slave trade, and I had put up a speech that Malcolm X had did or interview, and he was talking about how many
Malcolm
Africans
X
were stolen from the continent.
Malcolm X was he was half FBA, because his dad was FBA, and his mom was from Grenada.
No, his dad was a
No,
yeah. His mom was from Grenada, and his dad was a Garveyite.
He was a Garveyite, but he was still a FBA. His lineage. Basically, Malcolm X had dual allegiances, or not even dual allegiances. His parents had two different lineages. So, on his mom's side, his family's from Grenada, which is in the Caribbean. And on his dad's side, they were foundational Black American freedmen. So he embraced the Garveyism. At that time, that was the order of the day. And we figured, that would be the way, we can get free. But like I said, numerous times, Shabaka, they're not letting in the Marcus Garveys. They're not letting in the, I forgot his mom's name, Malcolm X's mom's name. They're not letting in the Kwame Ture.
Her name was Louise.
Yeah, Louise.
Her name was Louise.
Louise. They're not letting in the Louises. They're not letting in the Kwame Tures. They're not letting in the Shirley Chisholms.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, so once again, at our people's expense, they, doing all this political manipulation and what have you. And then when it comes down to it, ladies and gentlemen, when they come after us, they ain't gonna ask if your lineage, man, is from Grenada. They ain't gonna ask if you came from Brazil. They ain't gonna ask if you came
they're not gonna
from
ask
Africa.
But you know who is gonna ask that?
Start killing us. Yeah.
But you know who is gonna ask that, though, Shabaka?
I'm sorry?
But you know who is gonna ask that?
Who is that?
Our own people.
Yeah. That's the sad part about it is the boss we sick syndrome.
It's not even that. It's not even the boss we sick syndrome. It's like I said, we've been pulling this banner for Pan-Africanism for over 100 years, and it has not been reciprocated.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's because you got all those damn neo-colonialists on the continent. You know what I'm saying? And got to get rid of those neo-colonialists. But however, the president of Uganda, who I respect, President Museveni, who had told the U.S. is that he wasn't with their alternative agenda. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the president of
pretty much told the ambassador.
The president of
Museveni of Uganda.
Yeah, the president
and
of
the U.S.
Burundi.
told him, well, if you don't.
The president of Burundi just did that recently too.
Yeah, okay, President Museveni did what now?
No, Museveni.
Let him talk, man.
The president. I'm just dropping information. The president of Burundi.
I know, it just seems like nobody talks to each other in like 3 days, but we're all super excited. Yeah.
The president of Burundi just did the same thing, Shabaka. That's all I wanted to add. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All righty. So he told the U.S. to go to hell, that they're not having that alphabetized.
Yeah, they can keep that foreign aid.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, telling them to keep that dirty money.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. And then what's going to happen is you're going to get these sycophant ass black politicians who's going to sit up there and do more for these people coming to these migrants as opposed to their own people. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, with this year being an election year, and this episode is for those 18 years of age and over, is fuck all these black politicians. And I'm going to tell you that right now, man. It's because when I saw Uncle Tim Scott with his bald-headed, stymied-looking ass sitting up there.
Now that's the boss we sick syndrome. That's the boss we sick syndrome on full display with that fool.
Oh man, big time, brother Jay. Yeah, you said it better, man. Yeah, big time. Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying? Big time. And then saying Chief Davis of Memphis, they need to throw her ass in jail because she's got some tainted shit. Allegedly that her husband or ex-husband or somebody was involved with who was a pedophile when she was a police officer coming up through the ranks in Atlanta, Georgia.
Shabaka, do we have an update on what's happening with the Tyree Nichols case? Are the officers involved going to finally go to trial, or what's happening with that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, the last information I got on that one of them is pleading guilty to lesser charges, and the other ones are still standing on that square of pleading not guilty. If I would have to bet on it, all of them are going to fall, but they're not going to fall on the charges that they should. Now, for all you racist white supremacists out there who says, well, racism isn't involved in that case just because the officers was black and all that. But the thing is that you don't understand. They upholding a white institution.
And that's not even true. That's not even true, Shabaka. We showcased that on Frontline Black News that there was white officers that were involved in it as well.
Okay, the officers were doing what now?
There were white officers involved in the beat and the murder of him as well, like Princeton Hempstead and others. And we had to pull them. Go ahead, Lady Chair.
You're talking about the Tyree Nichols, right? It was one
officer in Memphis.
And yeah,
there was one officer that they let us know that was white.
It was one officer that should have been held accountable as well. He was not in the fucking lineup with the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Princeton. That's Princeton Hempstead.
Try to hide him and act like he wasn't there, but he was there.
Okay.
We got a caller, Shabaka.
So what you got right there? Oh, okay, yeah, we got a caller here at the 716 area code, the last 3418. Just press 1 and we'll be more than happy to have you on our air, or you can comment there in the chat room. Okay.
We got feedback with the mud. Okay. That's a lot of feedback, like you said.
A lot of feedback.
You got to go on mute.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of feedback.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There's 716 callers called in. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna sit here and listen because I don't know what y'all been talking about. Okay. Yeah, that's our man there out of Buffalo.
Oh, hey, brother.
All right. Because
you get an award in Edgewise.
That's Mr. Morris.
I have been busy because I've been having to take my friend to a doctor's appointment. So,
okay.
Yes, sir. And also,
it's Mr. Morris, Mr. Keith Morris.
So what y'all talking about? Y'all talking about that stupid ass Tim Scott?
Oh yeah, that's where we left off. Yeah.
Him too, Mr. Morris. Or you talking about Farrakhan too? Because there's another one out there talking about we should be voting for Trump. Oh. Wait a minute, Farrakhan said what now? Farrakhan is endorsing Trump.
You talking about back in 2020, brother Keith?
Okay,
that's not recently.
Yeah,
that was back in 2020. I know what video he's talking about. I've seen that video.
Somebody put it out there on Facebook. Y'all was watching it now. I've seen it.
Yeah, I seen the video. I seen the video, brother Keith, and that was from 2020. That wasn't from this year or even last year. That's really an old video, and the minister didn't say he was endorsing Trump. He was just saying his policies were better than Biden's.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. And you know, as far as that's concerned, ain't no way man anything worthwhile for any of us. So
well, they won't be getting our vote. They don't want to do nothing worthwhile. That's cool. Don't do nothing worthwhile. Just don't expect us to participate in your illegitimate system.
But like I said, right, this tells people right now, we caught in a place where we choosing the right, okay. Right. And we damn sure don't want that orange motherfucker in there because he already talked about putting troops in cities trying to curb the violence. And all right, he wants to be an authoritarian.
We already have a okay. I hear what you're saying, brother Keith, but it's that lesser of two evils.
Fucking kiss his ass all day long.
It's that lesser of two evils. It's still evil though. We getting the same thing under Biden. Biden said, "Don't defund the police, fund the police." He gave them even more money. We still don't have no anti-black hate crime bill or law. We still don't have reparations. We don't even have a freaking study from the Biden administration, let alone actual direct cash payments. So I mean, what is? There's nothing that you're gonna be able to say that's gonna fearmonger us into picking Biden over Trump. Like, I don't want either one of them mugs.
The real question is everybody
well, I'm going to tell you something about those bills you just mentioned. Those bills, we couldn't even get that shit passed when Obama was in there. Okay, it doesn't matter who's in there. All right, the white man as a whole is not going to want us to have that. It don't matter who's in there. You're always going to do that shit. Okay. And then, you can't say it's Biden. You gotta say it's white people as a whole. Not all white people, but right now, all we got in there that we got to deal with is those racist people on the other side of the aisle. Those Republicans. Still for my people. We were Republicans.
We got to worry about all of these white supremacists on the left and on the right.
So many of us who have not realized that the parties has changed. Okay?
The parties ain't changed. They still represent the same thing, which is keeping us in our place.
When the Klan and them took over the Republican Party. Yeah, that was in the 1960s. Yeah, that was in the 1960 presidential election when black people started going Democrats with the first Kennedy.
Started going Democrat in the majority.
And also too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then also too, Mr. Morris. Okay, I see that the guy in Buffalo who shot up the store, man, they seeking a death penalty for.
Yeah, punk ass Peyton Gendron.
So hopefully they'll go on and kill that son of a bitch. You know what I mean? Well,
yeah, they just sentenced him.
I just went through there about 5-10 minutes before all that happened. My cousin got shot and killed there.
Oh my God!
If I had been there a little bit later, they wouldn't even have to worry about it because his ass be dead already.
So
that's right,
brother Keith.
Yeah, I definitely know that's right, Mr. Morris.
I heard one of the brothers that was shot. I don't know if it was your cousin, but one of the brothers that was shot. He was working on a car that was driven by water.
That's my cousin.
Okay.
That's my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's man. He was a police officer too, off-duty police officer.
Okay. So your cousin was the security guard that was there that got shot?
Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to be there. He was taking somebody else's shift, covering up. Oh man. Condolences, Mr.
Yes,
Morris.
our deepest condolences to you and your family.
Condolences. Like I said, these people we got charged. We have to take the lesser of two evils, because no matter what Biden tried to do, if he tried to do anything for us and everything, but by the way, too, people have got to stop going back to Biden when it comes to the that bill he put out back in the day.
He put out several bills. It wasn't just one bill, Brother Morris.
Y'all cannot blame him for that.
We can't. He literally said that those are his bills. He said every crime bill since 1972 is Biden's bill.
Our people went to them and asked them to do something. Okay?
Who? Right. You mean our bootlick shield Miss Leadership went to them and told them to do something. They had the pastors on in support of that madness. They had the community leaders in support of that madness. Oh, and you talking about the 94 crime bill. I'm talking about overall. Biden literally said that every crime bill since 1972 is his bill.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Well, Biden has been in there, for about 1972, yeah. Biden's been in there for a long time. He's been in there for a long time.
Yeah, over 50 years.
But
But I'm just going to say, keep it one. I really, all these motherfuckers every year, they really ain't doing shit. They ain't going to do shit. They ain't done shit for black people. Regardless of how we put them in there, how we didn't put them in there. You know?
They're not going to do shit for black people because they know black people are too damn smart. Okay? Because everything, including remote control for TV,
we invented it. Everything that made life easier.
Internet and all
exactly. Everything that made life easier, things smoother, communication smoother, transportation smoother, you name it, we created it. And they owe for all of that.
Brother, can I just study real quick? Well, can I ask you a question? What are you planning on doing when it comes time to vote, considering that, all these polls are lying and they really don't ask black men how they feel about anything? What would you like to see in the candidate? Is there anybody's piquing interest? Question mark.
Well, see, I'm basically an independent. So,
okay. So are we.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to vote to keep that orange asshole out of office. I'm hoping to.
Then we do that in 2020, though?
Mr. Morris, the one thing we do not need is another 4 years of him. And some people don't know that it can't.
So we need another 4 years of Biden.
When it came out, when we had COVID, when COVID was out, when we had that problem with COVID, he purposely did not give the funding to places with COVID that had a large number of black people. He was basically trying to kill us all.
Well, if you remember, Mr. Morris, initially, COVID wasn't even affecting black people. It wasn't until Hank Aaron got it that it started affecting black people like that. So you're telling us we should still vote for evil, and you think that Biden is the lesser of two evils? Biden has started 3 wars. Biden has started 3 wars since he's been in office. He's literally started 3 wars though since he's been in office. They're like bombing lemon like right now since he's been in office. So I don't understand.
I'm on the independent route, brother.
I'm an independent too, and I'm voting for tangibles.
I like the third party candidate. Hold on.
All right, but I'm telling you like this, okay?
I'm on the third party candidate. I'm kind of feeling Cornell West casting out right now. Give you a little bit more flair, rather dazzle, more a little conversation towards what we're asking about as far as foundations like Amerikkans, et cetera. That's who I'm really trying to looking at. However, nobody is really stood out, and you even think there's going to be any kind of debate tomorrow in regards to Democrat, not a Democrat, or the third party. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, see, I'm telling you like this right now. The Republicans right now are taking orders from Trump. Don't do anything. Kill everything that Biden tried to do. So when it comes time to vote, we can all vote. I can blame it all on them.
Oh, hold on. Keith, we literally were literally told the same thing when Obama was in office. His first term. Oh, he can't do anything. He did something for the LGBTQ though. He did something for these illegal immigrants though. He did something for everybody but us. But yet he can't do nothing because the Republicans didn't even control the House or the Senate his first term. And then the second term, we were told, oh, well, he'll do something for us his second term. And he didn't do nothing then either. And they, like I said, their first term, they controlled the House and the Senate. So what was stopping them from doing something?
To pass that Affordable Care Act, by the way, that he didn't write.
Let me get that from Romney.
Mitt Romney wrote that, but Obama seen it and he fought to get that in, and I don't know what he gave up to get that in, but he got that in. Okay, and white man does not fear, or should say white people do not fear, is a gay black man.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
So, yeah, let them have that LBGT shit, okay? Right. And put that gay shit out there, all right, to see how many more they can turn. It's all a chess game with them. Okay?
Yeah, it's all an agenda with them.
You gotta use your head. They want.
Oh yeah, we using our head, and your boy Biden is the one that's ushering in that agenda. So you're telling us you want us to vote for more of that?
No, I don't want you. I don't. What I want to do is I want to vote for to keep our people alive. Because you put that asshole.
Well, neither one of them is going to allow that. Both of them want us dead. So I still don't understand.
There's a lot of people don't. I'm going to tell you like this.
You better see the way.
You trying to make it seem like Biden is our friend or something. It's the same dude that told us that you ain't black if you don't vote for me. The audacity. We're black and we didn't vote for you in 2020, and we damn sure not voting for you in 2024 unless you do something tangible for us. It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Trump, because you see the ones he done bought off, right? Yeah. Stupid ass Tim Scott, Vivek, they the panties, they're all following suit.
So what is the Democrats' answer to that? They don't have no answer. Sleepy Jim Crow Biden ain't gonna make it.
Right. Okay.
So basically you telling me you want Kamala Harris to be the president? Because if Biden gets another term and he dies in office or becomes incapacitated, then Kamala Harris, the same one I said that locked up so many black people in California when she was the Attorney General of California, when she was the prosecutor in Alameda County, and Shabaka can tell you all about that.
Right.
And so you want us to vote for more of that?
So, and the thing is about Kamala is that when California fully decriminalized MJ, was through the initiative process, the people who were locked up in in the state penitentiaries there, who were convicted felons behind the scene, all their records were supposed to be expunged and they were supposed to be immediately released. And they still got people sitting up there in jail. Now, the Congresswoman from Hawaii told her that, when she was in a vice presidential debate. And also, too, Mike Pence told her the same damn thing and told Kamala, well, the majority of the people who were sitting in there, convicted for felony MJ possession were black. And she ain't lifted not one damn finger to get them up out of there. And I'm talking about, and they usually got these people in San Quentin, Folsom, and
she didn't prosecute the killers of Mario Woods or Oscar Grant or Keita Boyd.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a question.
So you saying that because Trump let out some people that shouldn't have been in
he
there?
Let out 5,000 people. He didn't let out some people. He let out 5,000 people, Brother Morris. He let out 5,000 people, and majority of them were black. From my understanding, majority of people that he pardoned and released, they were black people. So, I mean, he hasn't passed any policies that directly harm black people. Jim Crow Biden, though, on the other hand, has his whole 50 years plus in office.
But Biden did that at the behest of us. We opened that.
He did that at behest of us because we kept voting blue no matter who.
Yeah, but no. But what I'm saying is this. I keep telling you.
So the 1972 crime bill was on behest of us. I'm going all the way back to 1972. I'm not just talking about the 94 crime bill.
I'm talking about
so him saying that he's integrating he didn't want to integrate his children into a jungle. That's because of us. Him saying
72. Yeah, well, he didn't want to integrate his children off into a jungle. You know what I'm saying? A racial jungle. Okay, we got an unknown caller right here. I think I know who this is.
Is this Sarge? You being court-martialed, Sarge? They're elected duty.
And I ain't spoke to y'all since last year. You
Well, well, Happy New Year, Sarge. You have deserted us.
And wait a minute. And hold on now. Now look here. I don't know what's going on, but every time your show has been advertised, and every time I've called in, you've been shadow banned or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, they were messing with us heavy.
You didn't show up on the time you were advertised.
Now, I understand
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
But Joe Gibson had no problem finding it.
Suspending the charges against you, Sarge. Okay, now Sarge. Okay, now okay, now you are aware of the fact, Sarge, that Trump, man, you know, is getting ready to get convicted for a sex crime. You know this, right?
Oh, please, don't even go there unless you're ready for a spanking.
Okay, hold on, Sarge.
Mr. Morris, Sarge is an avid dump supporter, so this is gonna get real interesting.
Now here you come.
So
okay, now hold on, too, people.
They're just trying to figure out how much money he gonna pay her.
You know what I'm saying?
And I just like to remind you guys, you are literally, and this is exactly, this may be an oversimplification of the case, but this is exactly what I'm about to say is exactly what happened. It was literally her word against his. She had no evidence other than her testimony. That's it. It was his testimony. It happened in 1994.
Okay, hold on, Sarge.
Hold on, y'all. One at a time.
I don't care about that. I look at each case individually. What they did to Bill Cosby was wrong. What they did to Trump was wrong. Both were wrong.
I agree with you about the Bill Cosby, not so much about the dump.
Let me ask you. Let me propose something else to you, okay?
One at a time.
All right. Let me propose something else to you, all right? Now, just the other day, this same woman with such impeccable credibility that we can believe her uncorroborated word from 1994 made a huge show out of posing in Vogue, allegedly wearing the same suit dress that she was wearing in 1994 when Donald Trump assaulted her. But we now discover that the Donna Karen hold on, now let me finish out. We now discover that the Donna Karen ensemble that she was modeling was not even available in 1994. You gonna believe this woman? So y'all gonna believe this woman? Be my guest. I don't believe her.
Okay, hold on, Sarge. Hold on. Now, Sarge, I'm going to tell you something. Now, that's reasonable doubt, Sarge. Now,
you know, look like fucking Q-tips, but white foreign bitches. Fancy white foreign bitches. All this white fancy foreign.
So don't obfuscate the issue here. The issue is the credibility of the parties involved. That is the whole issue. What is the credibility? Because he was found liable on the woman's word.
Okay, so
and also on his word too. Okay.
Random New York fucking dressing room and put up a random white fucking fart.
Wait a minute.
Fucking white bitch, right, with stringy blonde hair and just razor, whatever fuck she wear, and then mom the fuck out of the same New York fuck. No. You like
Wait a minute, hold on. Trump got found guilty on the fact that he said because he's a star, he can run around and grab women by the pussy.
He also said he could shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and get away with it.
No, Morris is right on that, Sarge.
He was found liable. He wasn't found guilty. It was a civil case.
So he can just pay his way out of sexual assault, Sarge. But Sarge, you said, so you're basically saying he paid his way out of it.
You can only be guilty when you are convicted beyond a reasonable doubt, not with the preponderance of evidence, which is the case in a civil trial.
But he lost the civil trial. He just had to pay Stormy Daniels $500,000.
There was a jury case. They had a jury for that. The people
again, not in a civil trial, you cannot be found guilty. It is a meaningful distinction.
Then why did he have to pay out if he wasn't found guilty, Sarge?
Okay, Sarge. Okay, so basically, Sarge. Okay, with a lady being present, I had to say this. So you telling me, Sarge, is that he's mainly been hit with a civil charges because he didn't pay his P bill? Is what you telling me? No, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. All of these 91 separate indictments and all of these cases, the building case in New York, this libel case with this crazy woman, this unstable lunatic, E. Jean Carroll, this case in Fulton County with this unbelievably corrupt prosecutor who's now been revealed to be a corrupt henchman of the Department of Justice, and Jack Smith's case. All of it is geared to destroy the campaign of Donald Trump. There is no other reason for any of it. Okay, but Sarge, now, here's another thing, people. I just need 1 second. Just hold on 1 second, lady. But Sarge, now they saying is, man, they don't know if Trump is psychologically fit. They do the damn job. Please.
Well, we know that Sleepy Jim Crow Biden ain't psychologically fit to do the job.
Sarge. I can't believe it. I can't believe you actually are going with that one.
Sarge, I'm going back to the Communist Nazi Network is saying. Communist Nazi Network is saying. What they're saying is that they wondering if this is who. Yes, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Morris.
The man is psycho. Okay, plain psycho. He is going around telling the whole world he's smart as hell because he passed the cognitive test. Come on now.
He passed two cognitive tests.
If you can't
all right. Okay, let's test the proposition of psycho. All right, let's test your proposition. All right, now let me tell you what you do. Listen to me now. Hold on now. Listen to me. I'll be succinct.
Let Sarge go.
I'll get to the point. All right, well, let me get to the point here. Now, come on, okay, look, come on. You let me talk or not?
Yes, go ahead, Sarge.
I just got through.
Let's
What irritated me about Joe Biden? Do you not recall just over a year and a half ago, Joe Biden got in front of the American people, and when he was being questioned about some people saying that from time to time, the tree of liberty has to be refreshed by the blood of tyrants and patriots. And his response to that was, well, I got news for all those people out there who think their AR-15 will help you in a fight against the government. We got F-15. And we got, if you don't have an F-15, you don't have a chance against government. So you know what I did, Shabaka? I went out and scraped up every spare penny I could get. I cashed in my pensions. I cashed in my stocks and bonds and liquidated every asset I had. And I scraped up enough money to get a nice used F-15 from a little old lady in Qatar who only flew it on the weekend.
Oh my God, Sarge.
Now, wait a minute now. Just 2 weeks ago, wait a minute. Just 2 weeks ago, Joe Biden came up again. He said, you can't do anything against the government unless you got an F-16. So now I got to sell my F-15 and scrape up the F-16 from somewhere. I'm pissed.
Oh my God, you're not one of those guys like that, are you?
Okay, Sarge. Okay, you see how ridiculous this crazy man in the White House is?
Yeah, he needs to be in a nursing home.
The American people like that. What kind of president?
He needs to be in a damn nursing home.
The American people like that.
I know, we got a bunch of geriatrics running the country, so
I have a question for you, Sarge. Sarge, I want to ask you a question. All right, how much did that F-15 cost you?
Oh, it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God. I was about to be like, you're not going
I'm being as ridiculous as Joe Biden is. I'm trying to show you how ridiculous this fool is.
He is ridiculous.
You talk about tyranny. He's telling us
That's
we
what
got the government to unleash against its citizenry.
That's what I'm saying. I actually agree with you on that, Sarge.
Trump tried to do that already.
Okay, Sarge. Okay, hold on, Sarge. Let me go get the second amendment. Let me go get the second amendment.
The Pentagon stopped his ass. He wanted to do that to generals and admirals.
No, that's not made that up. Completely made up. Let me tell you something. First of all, understand this. First of all,
he couldn't do it that way, but he got those crazy people to go down to the Capitol.
All right. Yeah. Okay, sure he did. Yeah, peacefully, patriotically protest. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. All right, now let me tell you something about our commander-in-chief.
Oh, no.
Now, here's what
no, Sarge, you can't dance around that one.
Because I got news for you guys. Hey, the Taliban didn't have any F-16s or F-15s either, but somehow we got kicked out of the country. Let me tell you what a commander-in-chief should understand. A commander-in-chief should understand what asymmetrical warfare is. You do not attack an enemy's strength. You don't go after his F-15 when they're in the air or the F-60 when they're air. You get them where in the ground, but it's most of the time. You go after the logistics system. You go after the personnel that maintain them. You go after the supply line. That's how you defeat an enemy with F-16 and F-15. But if you would think, if you were the commander-in-chief, you would think you would understand that and not be as stupid as the senile old goat is.
That is for real. You ain't never lied. Whatever. Old and stupid as anything else. Whatever.
Oh, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, keep those cards and that is coming. Go ahead, Mr. Morris.
Whatever. As far as the Taliban getting hold of F-15s and shit, you blame that on your buddy Trump. Because he pulled us out of Afghanistan. We didn't get kicked out. He pulled us out.
No, the commander-in-chief, at the time, I don't know what you're looking at, but I know when I was in the Army, the first day, they explained to me the chain of command. When I went before we got our uniforms to the processing center, the first thing they did was tell us who we could take orders from. And they explained the chain of command. The National Command Authority starts with the President of the United States. Number two in line, there's no vice president, there's no senator, there's no congressman. It is the Secretary of Defense. That was Lloyd Austin at the time. And then after that comes the Assistant Secretary of Defense. And then after that comes the civilian heads of the various branches of service. You don't get to a uniform member until after the Secretary of the respective service chief. And I know that Donald Trump was not in the chain of command during the Afghanistan withdrawal, where we left $80 billion worth of advanced hardware for the Taliban to sell on the international black market and to use themselves.
Okay. All right.
We just recently withdrawn from Afghanistan. Where was that? Back in
2021.
It wasn't a withdrawal.
I think it was about
2021. It was 2021.
It was a debacle. It wasn't a withdrawal. A withdrawal is done in an orderly manner. It looked like a rout.
No, it was a withdrawal because he left a whole bunch of American armory there.
Yeah, he left all right. Yeah, he did. He did leave
$80 billion worth. $80 billion worth.
Okay, now, Sarge. Now, Sarge, what you did, Sarge. Okay. Now, dealing with Sarge, we play chess, not checkers. Now, Sarge, all that equipment, man, that they left over there in Afghanistan, then what the damn U.S. Department of Treasury should have been doing was cutting that goddamn check for reparations.
Right.
$100 trillion intangible.
That's right, Shabaka.
Why you got me squirrel chasing? Why you want me to get a squirrel? I not going to chase. I don't have my coon dog with me. I ain't chasing no squirrels. I'm going to stick to the subject. Now, if you want to change the subject and talk about reparations, be my guest.
After this question, son, you know, now that we're in the desert war, did they go confiscate those motherfucking artillery, tanks, and whatnot from that country and give to the Ukraine? No, they didn't do that.
Okay, so I'm against all of it. I'm against all of it. I don't want to send any more money to Ukraine either.
No, but
and I'm going to say strong, fuck Ukraine.
Sarge,
Fuck Ukraine.
Sarge, answer me this. Sarge, answer me this, okay?
You ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Sarge.
I'm always ready. My motto is stay ready.
Right. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You're damn right.
Why is it that the only one that Trump could find, only person that would talk about him as a person he could find was a Gambino crime boss? Not, excuse me, Gambino hitman.
No. Why is it?
He did not solicit his endorsement. He offered it on his own.
Yeah, many people don't. That's the only one he could find.
Why is it that Sleepy Jim Crow Biden?
Literally hundreds of thousands of people who are endorsing Donald John Trump. I can simply point to you the results of the Iowa caucus and the New Hampshire primary. I don't need to make things up.
Listen, 75% of the people there that voted.
Since when is that the case in any primary?
Hold on, y'all.
When is that the case in any primary?
Oh my God.
Are you aware of the historical turnout in primaries?
Since 1964, or just in general?
And that's why I know he ain't going to.
All right, well, so what's new then? What is new?
Nobody there.
Most of the voters don't turn out for primaries.
Right.
You know why? Because it's boring as fuck. And they never
He won that shit before, but then he lost New Hampshire. So what's the deal?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He won bigger this time than he did in 2016, didn't he?
He didn't. Oh my God! He didn't even win New Hampshire in 2016. He didn't even win New Hampshire in 2016.
He won bigger this time around.
Yeah, he actually won New Hampshire. He didn't win New Hampshire in 2016 or in 2020.
Against who? Against Nikki Haley and
But wait a minute, you're right about that. That means he did win bigger.
Oh my God!
He won both states significantly. He won Iowa hugely, and he won New Hampshire significantly. And New Hampshire has an open primary that demon rats went to in droves to vote for Nikki Haley.
Nimrata. Her name is Nimrata. Her name is not Nikki. It's Nimrata.
Or should I say Nimrata Nikki Haley?
There you go, Sarge.
Okay.
So, Shabaka. Shabaka.
Now, this is how this is going to go down, people. Okay, the dump as a human shit. Okay, and I want to make that perfectly clear. And I know you're familiar with that line, Sarge. Quote another crooked bastard by the name of Tricky Dick. Now, what's going to happen is, people, Dump is going to be your president. Nikki Haley is going to be the Attorney General.
Oh my God.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't. She better not be. I will cut Trump out if he puts her as Attorney General.
Sarge, give it a load of shit.
He better not be.
Okay, hold on, Sarge. Now,
Sarge, he might make you Attorney General, Sarge.
Okay, well, Sarge, if you become the Attorney General, Sarge, I need full pardon, on about 8 situations I might have. You know what I'm saying?
I just might hook you around. I might do my best to influence the president. I'll hook you up. That's what we up to the president, as you know. Because you know I'm a constitutionalist. So that'll be up to the president. But I will exert my influence on your behalf.
Sarge, you're from Chicago, Sarge. Now, Sarge, from Chicago. Chicago had certain traditions, man. It was the home of Al Capone for many years. And you mean to tell me, Sarge, I couldn't come up there and bribe you, man, for you, man, to get this heat up off of me? Wait a minute, now, see, this let me just corrupt you all. I already told you without a bribe that if I become Attorney General, in the event, the horribly unlikely event I become Attorney General, I will exert my influence on your behalf, absent a bribe, because I don't want to be impeached like the corruptocrat in the White House is likely to be. Okay?
Can we get that in writing, Sarge?
Great news, Sarge. Great news. Now, Sarge, you don't have to bribe me. You don't have to bribe me.
Sarge. I mean, not Sarge. Shabaka.
Now, how many governors of Illinois are ticket sellers? Governor Scott, Governor Ryan, Governor, what's his name?
Presker.
Blagojevich. In the last 40 years. Okay, all right, that's about right. Now, I'm going to tell you something. This president who you got as the governor of California right now, Newsom.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi's nephew.
Right out there in the middle of Frisco Bay on Alcatraz Island. Gavin Newsom has got a half-ass bid to be president. And Governor Newsom, I'm no longer in California. You know, I'm about 40 miles from your state line, so I'm going to tell you a no good, sorry ass of what you are. Gavin Newsom was the campaign manager of a friend of his who was running for mayor of San Francisco. So what did old Newsom do?
He effed his wife.
Dude's wife. What kind of shit is that? Okay, well, you might want to talk to Bonnie Wills about that. Him and Bonnie get together and compare notes on that about screwing somebody else's spouse. Okay, now hey, man, I know we're riding and talking you all about something really important, and you haven't even mentioned it yet. I can't believe this. Come on, right now, we are on the verge. Hold on now. Right now, we are on the verge of a Fort Sumter moment on the border of Texas.
We're on the verge of civil war. Yes, we're on the verge of civil war, Sarge. Yes.
Okay, Sarge, we can mention the great state of Texas. Of course we can. Talk about what's going on the southern border on Eagle Pass, Texas, because it could be used.
Hold on. Before we get to that, though, Shabaka.
And I'm going to say that they can kiss my ass like Ted Cruz said and turn me over a couple of beers.
Shabaka, we still got to get to the, speaking of Texas, we need to get to the former Aurora Police Chief of Aurora, Colorado. Speaking of Texas, we need to get to the former police chief.
Let me ask y'all a question here. Let me ask y'all a pertinent and factually based question.
Oh my God, Sarge, what?
Now wait a minute. Hold on now. Now look. The Biden administration is touting the fact that they have added over 3 million jobs to the economy, and apparently that is true. Even though most of them are relatively low-wage jobs, they have come into being. So I'm not arguing that fact. You understand? I'm not arguing that. It looks like they have that many jobs have been added under the Clown's administration. Now let me riddle you this. I want you to seriously ponder this. Under this regime, and that's what I call it.
It is a regime.
No, it does not deserve the title of administration. Now, under this regime, this is the crux of my argument, so listen to it. Under this regime, over 8 million people that we know of, I'm not counting the gotaways, and I can speculate that to be another 4 million, but I won't. I'm going to go with the figures the government gives us, all right? The government says that it's 8 million. Now, I want to ask you this.
8 million.
It is added 3 million new jobs.
Now, listen to the whole thing all the way through before you respond. He's added 3 million jobs. Now, somebody tell me, how are these 8 million people surviving? Now, I'm going to tell you, it's one of 3 ways for a combination of all 3. Number 1, they find jobs, which is illegal for them to do, but they find a job. Remember, that's illegal. It is forbidden to hire an alien that does not pass E-Verify with a Social Security test. That's illegal.
Correct.
Number 2, they are doing their own business, and they are, come on, y'all, let me finish for your answer. Number 2, they are contracting their goods and services out, and therefore they are in competition with American contractors. Number 3, they are getting tax subsidies and welfare benefits. Or number 4, they are turning to criminal activity, or a combination of all 4. Now, I would submit to you that no one seems to be giving any of this any consideration when it comes to the direct effect they have on the economy, and they admitted $451 billion we are minimally spending a year on these illegal alien invaders.
Right. Well, like I said, Sarge,
you get no argument from me about that. So, what is Sleepy Jim Crow Biden gonna do about that?
Yeah, go ahead, Brother Perry.
So Shabaka, we had something else in regards to Texas. So the former Houston. Oh, okay. Go ahead, Lady Che. And now. Yeah, go ahead, Lady Che.
All right, okay. I'm gonna answer. Sorry. Okay, look. It's gonna be a combination of all 4. But I'll go ahead and predict this: that there will be any warehouse, chicken plant, factory, anything that is behind closed doors, construction site, anything like that, they will gladly go ahead and pick up migrants and children of whatever size and caliber to work their machinery. And that we don't know about because they're so happy to work for whatever fucking little amount they're giving them. Or not, or they might be giving them good shit. Who knows? We don't know. But all the regular people are out until some brother or sister call in on a chicken plant like they did in that one spot.
Yeah.
They'll never get the job back.
The JD
I would also say
plant.
It is a combination of bleeding heart syndrome with givers and the fucking the lady their soul can talk to and the government spending money to house them and continuously black but not neglect the actual residents with black people, especially black people. So I would go ahead and say it's a combination of all 4 or all 5. It's all 5. And it's not going to get any better unless one of 2 things happen. A, they close off every motherfucking border, and that's on all states, including the borders of the other countries. They have like an actual conversation and not giving the fucking Mexican fucking terms because that shit, it's stupid, really. They're like biting the hand that feeds them. So, what they should do is call every other border on the way from there to here and shut it down. If you can't find refuge in another country, not all countries are going through shit, then there's a real issue. You come all this way and you're tractor, you can't throw a fucking fence and little water and
with cardboard.
Train and shit. You're just a real humane shit to come all the way over here and act like you're helpless all of a sudden.
We're single asylum.
Like 4 or 5 fucking months.
No, economics is not.
Well, I'd like to point out 2 things to you. I'd like to point out 2 things to you. Gerald Nadler, a big wig in the Democratic Party, let the quiet part be said out loud. Not supposed to do that. He said we need these illegal aliens to be the modern version. They're going back to slavery. Everybody's going back. We need these illegal aliens to pick our crops. We need them to do our housework chores because America won't do it anymore. That's what he said. And I'd also like to point out the fact that Donald Trump is the only candidate who said publicly committed to mass deportation and doing something about it with an enforcement action.
He said he was going to deport over 500,000 of the bugs back to their home.
Sorry, let me ask you this. Okay, kicking out all illegal immigrants? I mean, all of them.
Well, yes, I am, but I know in theory, certainly, but in practice, is it likely? No. But here's what we can do. Let me answer your question so you'll know where I stand. Here's what we can do. What we can do is enforce the laws on the books, but as you pointed out, Shay,
yes,
that these corrupt employers who knowingly hire these illegal aliens and don't require them to pass and verify. You can do that. Number two, whenever an illegal alien comes to the attention of authority, whether it be by criminal complaint, whether it be by having to rely on some sort of social service like medical care or welfare or anything else, whatever means they come to the attention of the authority, they be immediately slated for deportation hearing and be interned until they get it.
Well, Sarge, you do know one thing, right?
What?
You know white people are illegal immigrants, you know that, right?
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're the original illegal immigrants. They're the original illegal immigrants, Brother Keith. That is true. Yes, it is. That is true, Sarge. Yes, it is. Sarge. How is that not true?
That's your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion, Sarge. That's the truth. They are the original illegal immigrants. What is your position, Sarge? What is your position, Sarge?
Okay. Look. You guys got to understand the historical. There is not a nation on this planet, with the exception of maybe one or two in the South Sea Islands, that has not had its boundaries formed by conquest. Not one.
That's true. The only one that hasn't is North Sentinel Island.
Wait a minute. If you are going to say this, then that means there's not a country on the face of the earth in Africa, South America, Europe, or Asia that is not illegal. That's nonsense.
I would say that he's right about this.
China.
Sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just
right the fuck over there. He's right about that right now.
Okay, hold on, folks. Let me say this right here. I just pulled.
That's why you're gathering and angry like this. This is fine. That's fine. But who's speaking
Yeah,
now?
that manifests destiny.
So he's still his fucking right now. Gotta give him the credit.
And by the way, here's what I will readily concede to the gentleman on this point. If we had a physical invasion across our southern border and we do nothing about it, then we deserve to collapse as a nation.
Well, we don't have a country then.
Sir, you're not just living in South America. You're living in Asia.
What did I just say? I said an invasion from the southern border. They're streaming in from every corner of the globe.
So they're not coming in from the Canadian border?
From every corner of the globe.
They're not coming in from the Pacific or the Atlantic?
Because it's the easiest to get across. The reason they're coming across the southern border is because it is the easiest to reach.
Because they get told if you lie and say that you're seeking asylum, they'll let you in. And they'll send you straight to Denver from El Paso.
And pay for it.
Yep.
Sorry, I got another question for you. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Morris. I got another question for you, Sarge. When is it that Donald Trump will stop speaking as in the third person when it comes to himself and start saying that people hate him instead of saying people hate Trump?
But he really doesn't say that because I listen to him regularly, and I tell you what he says more often.
When he starts being a narcissist?
What he says more often than that. Here's what he says. They're not really after me. They're really after you. Speaking of his support, his base.
The MAGA.
I'm just
My
in the
ass
way.
got arrested.
That's what he says more often than what you said. And by the way, Since I have, wait a minute now, since I have no control over Donald Trump, I don't know when he's going to stop. That's up to him. I make no pretense of being a spokesman for Donald Trump. All I know is I hear him say,
you mean the dump,
really
as in human shit.
I'm just in the way, and I agree with him 1,000%.
Oh my God, 1,000%. God damn, Sarge. You believe in the dump as in human shit? And we want to make that perfectly clear, 1,000%.
I'm speak for the Trump campaign. I don't have that job. If they give me that job, then I'll be happy to take it. But since they haven't, I make no pretense about it. I make no pretense of speaking for the Trump campaign.
Over here, the front line Black News, Sarge.
Right. I will hook you up if I get the chance. You ain't got to bribe me. I will hook you up.
Okay, now, Sarge, here's what I just pulled up. Get this here, folks.
You heard this on January 26, 2024.
This story right here, the similarities between Tricky Dick and the dog.
Oh my God. Hold on, y'all are we're gonna get to the dump, but there's something more there's something else pressing that we need to get to. So the former interim police chief resigns after 13 months from Aurora Police Department and moves back to Austin, Texas. This former chief. Yeah, you did. You did. Hold on, Lady J. Let me finish, Lady J. Yes, you did. Now let me finish, please. This former chief is also wanted on a 5-year warrant for a botched raid in Houston, Texas, where 2 people were killed, white people, and 5 officers injured, while ironically enough, he was the chief of Houston PD at the time in 2019. Thoughts, gentlemen? I guess we can start with Sarge, since he used to be a former pug. Go ahead, Sarge.
Look, anytime malfeasance and corruption is discovered in the police department, I have no objection. In fact, I am glad to see it discovered and rooted out. Because you cannot have law enforcement like Bonnie Willis and her little lover boy toy doing this kind of public corruption. When you find it,
Sarge, you just have to go there, didn't you?
I'm not at all unhappy about it.
Sarge, why you hate your people so much? Sarge, why you hate your own people so much?
Oh.
They're not my people, sir. You're free to claim them. They're not my people, sir. Sir, you don't speak for me now.
All my skin folk ain't my kinfolk.
My people are not corruptocrats. I don't have corruptocrats as my people. They're not my people.
Well, Sarge, you got terminology in the Trump White House, but you ain't saying nothing about that.
Right. About what? What am I not saying about? Wait a minute. What am I not? Wait a minute. I didn't hear the question. What am I not saying? Anything I'm talking about?
I ain't hear the question. I mean, that you are not talking about the corrupt shit that you had going on in the dump White House. And then,
well, are you free to talk about it? I talk about it, and I'll respond to it. Give it to me. What is the corruption that you're complaining of? I will respond. I promise you.
Okay.
You're free to talk about it. Be my guest.
Okay, Sarge, I just pulled. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Morris. You ain't heard? Well, look what happened when they when the money that Kushner got from the Saudis after they killed Khashoggi, $2 billion. Okay.
Make your point so I can respond to it. And make your point. Make your complete point.
Okay. And look at the money that Trump got from China and stuff while he was in office that he wasn't supposed to get. Okay, right. And let's not just think about the money that he might have took from the American people while he was in office, because he's a grifter, he's a thief. Right. And then also too, Sarge, here's one for you to prove Mr. Moore's point even right. Trump has a hotel here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sarge, less than 5 miles from me. And the son of a bitch has been sitting up there vacant, man, for at least 4 years that I know. Riddle me that.
I don't respond to that. I am going another one for you, Ty. Wait a minute, they got two on the table. Let me respond to those two. Then we'll move on to something else. Don't overload me with it because I want to respond to you. Okay? Okay, let me respond with it. You got the floor. You got the floor. Now, what Jared Kushner got was a $2 billion deal as a result of landing investments from the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund. That's what he did. Okay. He provided, now listen to me now, because I know about this. I studied it when these allegations were made. He got a $2 billion investment deal in the Middle East investment game. You realize $2 billion when you provide the sort of services that he did is a drop in the bucket in that game? Oh, yeah. That's not a big deal. Okay. People, let me finish.
No, Sarge, you said enough. Get back to the pig.
Wait, you let me finish. He provided a service, an audit of the service, and an examination of the services that he provided are consistent with the sums that are provided by other people. So in other words, he actually did he wasn't like Hunter Biden getting 10% for the big guy, but just showing up with no expertise whatsoever. Hunter Biden, if you think that's corruption, then I tell you what you do. You go over to the corrupt Department of Justice and you try to get them to file a charge of violation of the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, and let's see what happens. I don't believe you're going to have a case. Okay, now let me ask you this. Wait a minute now. I said I wanted to actually respond to what you said. So what was the other question again? The Chinese money? Was that the other question? Yeah. The money they got from China. Let me respond to that one then. From China. I actually would like to respond. All right. Okay. And then what I want to know is, why would you want a man to run the country that can't even keep a casino going? All right. I just said I want to respond, and I'm being prevented from responding.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Okay, again. The Chinese money, the alleged Chinese money, was done before Donald Trump was president. People who were visiting from China stayed in his hotels and paid the normal fees attendant upon any guest. And when Donald Trump became a candidate, he put all of those holdings into a trust that is managed by his sons. It is available for audit if you have any doubts about it. You really believe it? She's got a big ass hotel. Yes, I believe it. If you have evidence, I believe it. If you have evidence to the contrary, would you please present it? He got a hotel in Washington, D.C. He got a hotel in Washington, D.C. now that's sitting empty. He was trying to sell because he can't make no money off it. What kind of law? You guys love to wage lawfare, don't you?
Oh, God. Lawfare.
You can't sell it property like any other citizen.
Lawfare.
Trump's a racist.
So is Biden. Biden's a racist too.
California and the other question that you asked me, because I'm going to respond to each and every one of these. I'm not just
okay, Sarge. First.
What was the other question you asked? Big ass hotel in Las Vegas, man, has been sitting here, man, for 3 fucking years that I know of, and not one goddamn room is occupied. Let me respond to that. Okay. Let me respond to that. See, this is what I mean. I want to respond to each and every one of these specious arguments you guys are making. I will respond to every All right. Well, you keep going one after the other without expecting me to just let them go by like I don't know anything.
I got one more question for you. I got one more question for you, Sarge.
You just asked me first.
Okay.
I got another question for you, Sarge.
Okay, let me answer what you just asked me.
Sarge, this is an easy one, Sarge. Sarge, this is an easy one. You don't have to think about it.
I want the hard one. Don't give me that easy.
This is an easy one, Sarge. You don't have to.
Easy is what yesterday. I don't want no easy. I don't want no easy. Give me hard.
Okay, well, okay.
I got the hard question right here. This is my hard question. Why do you have all those boxes? Why do you have all those boxes in his personal shitter in Mar-a-Lago?
Oh, now you okay. On that, I have no knowledge and cannot give you a meaningful answer. I don't know.
That's a good one because you don't read. You don't read.
Only speak to what I know about. I don't know any way to answer your question. I have no idea. I imagine he's got it because he can afford to do it. That's why he's got it and he wants it. Like anybody in the United States, if you have the money and you want to do something, it's nobody's business but your own. That's why you buy any goddamn thing.
Sarge. Okay, Sarge. Answer me this, Sarge. Sarge. Hey, Sarge, answer me this question, all right? I got this question for you, Sarge.
I'm gonna answer them all. Trust me. I'm gonna answer every single one.
Oh my God, Sarge that caused me to extend the show,
what is
y'all.
he trying to say?
We down to our last 35 minutes.
James. Peekaboo James, what is he trying to say?
We're going in overtime. Sorry, Mr. Morris, go ahead.
I have not heard him use that term against her. If he has used that term, I'm sure he is afraid to some degree because I watched that idiot sitting up there in court smirking like she's got nothing better to do as Attorney General of New York than sit in the front row of the court every day.
Oh, Letitia James. You talking about Letitia James?
I don't know.
You don't know what he was saying when he was calling her Peekaboo James?
No, I don't know. I don't know what the reason for that insult was, but it's probably justified.
Oh. Yeah.
I think it would probably be justified.
Peekaboo James.
I despise that woman, that individual black woman. She does not represent all black women to me. If she does for you, that's your problem. That's not my problem.
So Sarge, are you saying she's a mammy?
You hate your people that much?
I'm going to say one more time what I just said. She is an individual black woman who is despicable, and I want nothing to do with her. She does not represent black women as far as I'm concerned. If she does for you, that is your problem. It is not mine.
Now, Sarge, you telling me if that sister did not wiggle that big old ass in front of you, man, going boom, 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 you ain't gonna give it
Hold it. I'm gonna answer that question too. You know, from Fat Bonnie up there in Atlanta, if I had the chance, I'd hit that pig like the hammer of God just to hear that pig squeal.
Oh my God.
Getting so crazy.
You know what I mean? Just to hear that pig squeal, I'd be hitting that like the hammer of Thor.
Jesus.
So now you got to answer that question too.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So Sarge, I need you to answer this question about this piggy though.
See, I answer all questions to the best of my ability and let my integrity intact, whether you agree with me or not.
Sarge, what are your thoughts on Art Shabato? Hold on, Shabaka.
All those documents that Lady Che said that he's got in his bag, what does he do? Does he use that shit to wipe his ass with, man, or does he sit there with
that you're asking me about things I have no knowledge of. I
want to make that perfectly clear.
But you shot a picture, right?
Okay.
You shot a picture, right, sir? Yes.
I would imagine that since he took the documents in order for some purpose related to his authority as president before he left the White House. Because remember, classification authority for the president is plenary, and he has every right to declassify and take any documents while he was president, right up to the last second of December 20th, 2020. So, okay, he had a reason for them, and I would imagine that he wouldn't want to wipe his ass with them because he wanted to use them for every purpose he said.
So, Sarge, you don't think that was a threat to national security for him to have those documents?
We got a motherfucker coming to the base and 8 million motherfuckers on the border.
That was a deflection. That was a deflection, Sarge. I'm just gonna point that out. That was a deflection.
Yeah, a lot of them got tainted records, Sarge. You right about it.
But that was a deflection. That was a deflection. Yeah.
I would read anything the church says.
Unbelievable.
Sarge, what are your thoughts on this pig? Speaking of across the border, let's get back to Texas. Let's get back to Texas, though, Sarge. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on this oink oink bang bang piggy piggy down in Texas that was formerly the Aurora Police Chief that just resigned after 13 months on the force here in Aurora, and he had a warrant for 5 years?
Well, apparently, since he resigned, apparently he's guilty of some form of malfeasance, and that's a good thing to get rid of his ass.
Okay, then, Sarge, what the great state of Texas needs to do, they need to send some of them party rollers, man, known as the Texas Rangers, and they need to take a trip to the great state of Colorado.
Yeah, they were looking for it for 5 years, though, Sarge. Sarge, here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker, though. He's had a outstanding warrant.
So I don't know why you're telling me about lawlessness as though I'm supposed to prove.
He has a 5-year warrant. He has a 5-year warrant, Sarge.
That's the way we
Sarge.
do things in the United States.
Sarge, he's a fugitive of justice. Sarge.
You say that's what they got with Donald Trump, right?
God damn it, stop bringing up the dumb. I'm talking about this piggy, Archivado.
United States, Sarge. Man, corruptible. Come on, man, you live in Chicago, man, you tell me.
Which is when have I ever said anything, just when have I ever, since you can talk to me, Shabaka, have I ever indicated anything other than every human being is subject to fallibility and corruption? That is precisely the reason the framers of the Constitution decided to disperse power through the system of federalism and spreading power around so it wouldn't be concentrated in the hands of a corrupt, fallible human being.
Like Trump.
So I never said anything
like
different.
Biden.
Sarge, you understand that the person that you're backing right now is trying to destroy that system, right?
That's a narrative, sir. Give me the evidence that he is. Give me your evidence. Don't narrate to me. Tell me what your evidence of that is, and I will give you evidence to the contrary.
That's what he said.
Hey, all you guys do is listen to him.
Okay, so
no, sir, that's not good enough. You make the claim, sir. You're making the claim. You should be prepared to back it up. I'm not making that claim. I'm not going to support your consent. You do it.
I don't have to worry about backing that up. Every time you're on TV, you'll see it.
Okay, so that's the narrative. Now, let me tell you why I don't think he is what you said he is, and I will give you concrete examples as to why he is not.
A racist, white supremacist. He's not a treasonous.
Now, you made a claim. I asked you to back it up. Now I would like to respond to what you said, and I will back up my assertion with facts.
And I got another question.
You want to hear it or not?
Oh my God!
I got a question.
I got a question too.
You know me, you know me. I don't just make idle statements.
No, sir, you said well weird, man. You got me.
Okay, so you said East.
Up here. I got to go through Sarge to debate with your ass. You really
all right, well, I know. Well, let me explain to you one of the major reasons I don't think he's the dictator that y'all claim that he is. Now, here's why.
Man, come on, man.
Am I going to get to back up my assertion with the fact I said that I
Go ahead, Sarge. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead, Sarge.
Unstable, man. He's a man. Know what I mean? See, you guys know I can back up what I say, and you know that I can back up what I say, and you're scared of me. Y'all are scared of me.
Oh my God! You keep us on our heels. No, you keep us on our heels.
I asked the same question, Sarge. This motherfucker, man, has got a 40-story out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, because I looked at the son of a bitch this morning when I went and got my coffee, right? It's Vegas, man. And then they don't even turn the goddamn lights on it, man, at nighttime.
They can't afford to keep the lights on. So.
I am still requesting your permission to back up my assertion as to why I believe that Donald Trump is not a dictator.
Okay, why is he not a dictator?
Still waiting to do it. And y'all are jumping around like squirrels, like bunnies with ADHD. Y'all just jump around one thing and another.
Sarge, how does it feel to live in a big house?
Oh my God.
Can I respond to what was said that I've been waiting to try to tell you why Donald Trump is not a dictator?
You got the floor, Sarge. You got the floor. Everybody wants Sarge. Okay, folks, please, let's give Sarge 30 seconds. Sarge, we're not going to say
I need a little bit more. Now, give me about a minute and 20. Give me about a minute and 20.
You get 2 minutes, Sarge. Go ahead.
Sarge, we'll give you 2 minutes. Go ahead, Sarge. We'll give you 2 minutes.
Okay, good. That's more than enough time. All right. Article 4, Section 4 of the Constitution says this. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion. And now this is a critical word right here. On application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. So, if a entity of the federal system we have in the United States, like states or cities or say Washington, D.C., or the Capitol ground, which is administered by the Speaker of the House, if they are threatened by violence and they are still functional as a government, then the only way federal intervention can be done to stop that violence against them is if they request the federal aid. Now, Donald Trump, prior to January 6th, it's on the record, it was sworn to under oath in testimony for the January 6th committee. Donald Trump offered to both Nancy Pelosi and Muriel Bowser, the mayor of Washington, D.C., assistance of the National Guard based on the intelligence he had that there might be violence or trouble at the rally. This was refused in writing by Muriel. I'm looking at the goddamn letter right here on my computer that she sent back, denying the offer of federal troops. And I'm also looking at the testimony of Capitol Police Chief Davis, where he said in response to his request for federal assistance that Nancy Pelosi did not want their aid due to optics. Now, let me tell you what happened as a result of the January 6th insurrection. Insurrection, allegedly, what they call an insurrection. There were 148 members of the Senate and the House of Representatives who, before January 6th, had announced their intention to object to the electoral count under the Electoral Count Act of 1877. And this was forestalled and prevented by the very riot that would have given Donald Trump standing, not the riot, but the objection, would have given Donald Trump standing to automatically contest the results of the election in the federal courts all the way up to the Supreme Court. That was prevented by the invocation of the emergency procedures that suspended all of the parliamentary objections after Nancy Pelosi reconvened Congress. Now, a dictator, knowing this might have happened, would have just sent the troops in anyway over the objections of the requisite official as the Constitution requires.
Okay. All right.
Now, y'all don't know nothing about the Constitution. You didn't know that.
Okay, now, Sarge, now let me ask you a question. On this January 6th insurrection, what work did Trump put in? Now, I saw all these stupid brain dead motherfuckers out there, man, with these Trump flags. This is the people's house. Now, where was the dog?
They had Trump, Canadian. They had Canadian flags. That was goddamn Confederate flags.
Let me respond. I'll be succinct when I will respond. Let me respond to that because I love it. Okay, now, to finish up on my last point, because I didn't quite finish it. Now I'm speculating, but I'm speculating based on good information. I believe to a moral certainty that the January 6th, quote, insurrection, unquote, was engineered either by or on the behest or in behalf of the Democratic Party.
It's hard to hear you, Sarge.
The electoral count that could challenge the electoral count and send it back to the state for reconsideration. I believe it. It was engineered on behalf of the Democrat Party. I believe it to a moral certainty.
Okay, Sarge. Okay, Sarge. You really think it's too late. Okay, Sarge.
I have evidence for that.
You gave that up for us.
Oh my God.
Rush the place, man. But Trump, he ain't put no damn work in. You see?
We don't work in the cafeteria.
Trump stayed in the tent.
Right.
Right. Watched it on
He
TV.
stayed in the tent. What are you talking about?
Right.
Yep.
In the cafeteria.
He was in the cafeteria.
The whole time. And they're trying to lynch up motherfucking
But I guess you just didn't hear the fact that you cannot commit federal troops if the government is in place and extant without their consent. The only way he could commit those troops is if he knew the government could not function in D.C. and on the Capitol. That never was the case on January 6th.
So none of the white folks.
Yes, it was.
You don't respond to what I say. You just go up
So
another
we didn't see
floor.
what we saw.
Were they not guarding the treasure box full of boats?
You just go up another floor. You never find a floor.
Our lion eyes. Sarge, was it our lion eyes? We didn't see what we saw.
To unilaterally commit federal troops to a federalist entity. He is constitutionally forbidden to do it.
Okay, so
Sarge.
And you won't respond to what I just said. Whether you agree or disagree, you can at least say, I don't agree with that.
I have to agree or disagree. I saw what I saw, man. I was watching this shit last week.
I mean, the government of the Capitol was functioning. Nancy Pelosi was still there. She was in communication with
She was hiding with the rest of them. She was hiding in the chambers.
They never
They had
asked for federal troops.
they had to barricade the door.
They never asked for federal troops.
How they gonna ask for federal troops?
Here's what I mean. You don't pay attention to what I say.
So
You won't respond
since
to what I
Nancy
say.
Pelosi didn't call for national
Do you really
troops,
think anybody was thinking that?
it's not
Let
an
me say again
insurrection.
what I just said.
Infiltrated the
You
building?
cannot commit federal troops without the request of the government that needs the assistance. They have to ask for it.
So Nancy Pelosi was the one that needed to ask for it.
Nancy Pelosi is in charge of the Capitol. She is in effect the governor of the Capitol.
So she's going to act Trump, right?
She explicitly rejected the assistance.
So Pence didn't do either, and they're trying to lynch you.
I don't know why it's so hard for you guys to wrap your brains around this.
Oh my God.
Okay, Sarge.
That was an hostage. I think I'm trying to say my life. I think I'm so proud.
And Muriel Bowser did too. She rejected the assistance that was offered in writing by Kash Patel, the Assistant Secretary of Defense.
Wow.
Okay, now let me ask you this, Sarge. Okay, why did the dump human shit? And we want to make this perfectly clear. Why are you going to tell the crew to hang Mike Pence? I thought that was his boy. That was his number 2 man.
I know Donald Trump didn't tell him to do it.
So where'd they get that from?
Donald Trump went out there and said,
Just like Donald Trump did tell them to storm the Capitol.
Right. He didn't say don't do it either.
You know what? Did you not hear Clay Higgins when he had Christopher Wray, the director of the FBI, asking him about the federal presence in the Capitol that day and whether or not any of those people were inciting the crowd were federal agents, and he would not respond and deny it. Did you not see that?
no, I
They might not be federal agents, but they're tied
You
in.
don't respond to what I say. You respond to it. Let me say it again. Clay Higgins, Congressman from Louisiana, had Christopher Wray under oath. He asked him about the federal presence of federal agents who appeared to be possibly inciting the crowd. Christopher Wray would not answer.
Oh, he would not answer.
Okay, so he didn't answer.
So he pleaded the fifth. So
Shabaka, you are a Black Panther. Shabaka, you're a Black Panther. You don't believe that could have happened?
Okay, Sarge.
I'm a Panther Cub, Sarge.
There's at the Capitol that day, right? So now this ain't no inspiration. This is just a whatever, right? They're basically like, hands up in the air. Now, so all this time wasting and deflections they've been doing for all of this, like what, 2 years now, 3 years about this bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, what do you consider it? There's no insurrection. It wasn't a riot. It wasn't inside of anything. What the fuck was it other than a fucking big old distraction to traumatize poor white folks if they quote there?
I have never seen anybody attempt an insurrection without the use of firearms. The only firearms that day were the one Michael Byrd when he put a bullet in the throat of Ashley Babbitt.
Right. No, Sarge.
That was the only firearm usage that day. I ain't never seen anybody who wants to make an insurrection not even bring any firearms there and try to do it. That's nonsense.
There were firearms.
So what was it then? What did
I just say? You didn't hear the words I just used. I said the only firearms employed where the trigger was pulled and a bullet was discharged was the bullet that Michael Byrd fired into the throat of Ashley Babbitt.
Yep, that's a fact.
So what?
No, that is a fact.
All the white folks just want to start the Capitol because they want to.
That was the only gun that was fired.
Yeah, that was the only gun fired.
Right.
That doesn't mean it was the only gun that was present.
Those people following with the police, where anybody brandished the firearm.
It don't matter if they brandished it or not.
You really need
No, they didn't, Sarge. You're right.
Where did you see one single firearm? Would you please tell me so I go look? No.
Sarge, you're right, Sarge.
With other white folk on the outside of the building, huh?
Now, let me ask you this, Sarge.
Still on the walls
Y'all
and
just
shit.
make these statements, you don't back them up.
No, you just said we didn't see what we saw. No, you just said we didn't see what we saw, Sarge.
Really deeply, Sarge. Now, I got a question, Sarge. I got to question everybody. Hell, people out there who's here, there's our chat room is open for hate mail, and you're going to hate this question I'm about to ask, but fuck it, I'm going to ask it anyway. Sarge. Now, all the white folks who was out there with that Trump shit, man, storming that motherfucker, right? Now, imagine if all of them was black. What do you think would have happened?
The National Guard definitely would have been sent out.
Unless I have a rational basis.
No, that's an easy question, Sarge. No. You said.
I'm answering the question. I'm answering it. You didn't even let me finish. I suppose it is possible that the Capitol Police might have responded with deadly force, a la Michael Byrd. But since it didn't happen, I cannot know.
Hypothetically, Sarge.
You are free to narrate all you want to. Be my guest.
Hypothetically, Sarge, if the people that stormed the Capitol were black, would it have been the same result as when they're white?
Has been black. You could best believe, man, they would have had the goddamn United States Army and the Marine Corps out there, man, with them,
that part.
With banana clips in them, man, busting cats, killing everybody.
Well, I seem to remember, Brother Shabaka, I seem to remember the summer of love of 2020, where 28 people were killed, and billions of dollars in property damage was done, and no federal troops were involved in largely black accomplished mob violence. No federal troops were committed, and no rioters were shot wholesale by the police or military authorities. Now, that is a fact, and I'd like you to argue
shot with guns, maybe?
Now,
we were shot with pellets and rubber bullets.
And you said this is black people that went
to the
U.S. Capitol, right? And nobody was attacked.
Shabakas, it didn't happen. What do you want me to make something up?
Yes, hypothetically, Sarge, if it would have been black people storming the Capitol like that.
I went down there to the U.S. Capitol storming like them white folks did, man. Shit, man, they'll drop a bomb on them.
That's your opinion. You can believe it if you want to. That's your opinion.
Just like they did Oklahoma in 1921, just like they did Rosewood in 1923, just like what the fuck they did in Chicago, Illinois, man.
We're the same country we got in 1923. Yeah, United States ain't changed.
Now, let me ask you this here. Now, here's another question for you, Sarge. Thank you, Mr. Morris. Yeah, the move population, 85, Wilson Good, the black man.
Yeah, a Democrat mayor did that, by the way. A Democrat mayor did that. A black Democrat mayor named Wilson Good did that one. Don't blame Donald Trump.
Yeah, no good.
No, we blame Donald Trump for the Central Park 5. No, we blame him for the Central Park 5, Sarge. We definitely blame him for that. We blame him for redlining. We blame him for redlining, not renting to black renters.
Redlining? Wait a minute. Donald Trump redlined?
Yeah, he wouldn't rent to black. He wouldn't rent to black renters. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Refuting all of this jive about Donald Trump. It's unreal.
It's not jive. That is the truth. Where's the lie? Where is the lie in what I just said? Where's the lie? Where is the lie, Sarge?
Whenever you say so, I can respond to that.
Where is the lie?
David Duke. Sorry.
Well, Sleepy Jim Crow Biden studied under Eastman.
So let me see. If David Duke, if Donald Trump receives an unsolicited endorsement from David Duke, he is responsible for whatever belief that David Duke holds. Am I to understand you correctly?
He is gonna fund his interests. He's gonna express his interests. He's gonna put his best interests in mind.
Okay, all right. Let me respond to that then. All right. Okay. Listen to me. If a Nazi, a member of the National Socialist Party with an armband with a swastika and raising his hand in the Heil Hitler salute. If a Nazi says, I'm going to vote, let me finish. If a Nazi says he is going to vote for a candidate who says, I'm going to end the illegalization at the border, I'm going to put pedophiliacs and child rapists in jail, that I am going to ensure a strong national defense, because a Nazi also endorses that candidate, and he says, this is the reason I'm voting for him. I am not, repeat, not going to end my support for that candidate, because I believe that too. I am not going to change my opinion just because a Nazi has the same belief.
And not just the same belief. He donated to his campaign.
Hold on, people. I'm glad Sarge brought up the Nazis, because you know Hitler, when he implemented his shit against the Jewish people, man.
Guess where he learned from, Sarge?
He used the model of the segregation models of the southern United States, man.
Run by Democrats. Yeah,
oh my
run
God.
by Democrats.
Yeah, back then, Sarge. Yeah, back then they were run by Democrats.
Okay, Sarge, you ain't got no argument with me about these corrupt Democrats, man.
Dixiecrats.
I'm like Ted Cruz. I'm going to grab your Corona. They can kiss my ass. All of them are corrupt. I'm glad to hear that.
Right, exactly.
Shit. Cooning and knocking it up all morning.
Well, look, I'm going to say it again. I am not going to withdraw my support. I don't believe in guilt by association. Y'all do.
Oh,
I
my
don't.
God.
You're not trying to
Guilt by association. No, you have a proven track record. No, hold on. Guilty by association. No, you have... Sarge, no. You have a proven track record of anti-black hatred and discrimination, but you're talking about...
What does Trump have in his team, on his presidential team against Steve Miller and Stephen Bannon?
I'd be happy to do it. You want to make Steve Miller head of the Department of Homeland Security? I wish you would.
Interesting. Okay, y'all, before they pull the plug, before they pull the plug, Sarge, what are your thoughts on Archibald?
You don't have to agree with it. I believe it with my heart and soul. I'll be happy to see him as the head of the Department of Homeland Security. My number 2 choice is Tom Holman.
Somebody crunching on some ice. Who crunching on some ice? That's you, Sarge.
I got to ask you this, Sarge.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
now Sarge, I got to ask you this. What do you think about Uncle Tim Scott with his stymy looking ass, you know, like buckwheat man talking about how much he loves Donald Trump? I just want to say I love you, man. I wanted to kick my goddamn piece of shit when I saw that bullshit.
I ain't impressed by him. He's okay. He's too happy-go-lucky for me. I ain't got no support. I tell you who I love, though. I love Byron Donald of Florida. I love that brother.
Oh,
so
you don't support his white women and his white girlfriend?
We can't fix Byron. You know,
Sarge, what do you think of what do you think of what do you think of a Trump? Sarge, what do you think of a Trump and Abbott ticket? Okay, thank you, Keith. Give us your closing.
I love to see Byron.
Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, Mr. Morris. Okay, all right.
Okay, thank you for tapping in. Appreciate you, brother.
Strong black man.
Thank you, brother.
Smart.
I don't know, man. Who is it again?
Oh my God. I said.
So you do. I'm sorry. My Bluetooth keeps clicking off. I don't know when it.
Well, we about to wind down, Sarge. So.
I'm just saying.
Sarge.
I'm just saying that Byron Donald cannot run on the same ticket with him because they both have residence in the same state. And if you read Article 2 of the Constitution, which you haven't, you should, you cannot get the electoral votes from the same state.
Right.
They would both have to sacrifice the electoral votes for Florida.
So if Abbott ran with the dump as in human shit, what would you think about that?
What?
If Abbott.
Which black dude were you talking about a second ago?
Byron Donald, congressman from Florida.
Oh, he's a raccoon. We know about him. He's a raccoon.
Well, you don't like him. I do. I'm just telling you who. Tim Scott don't impress me much. Byron Donald does.
And were you telling the story about Tim Scott's engagement?
Oh my God.
I mean, I don't dislike. Don't get me wrong. I don't dislike Tim Scott. I just said he doesn't impress me all that much.
Well, just impressed. I mean, he got with this kitty engaged to a white girl.
That's his business. I ain't gonna get to his personal
Oh,
business.
that's his business. But Fonnie Willis, that's not her business.
I mean, that's it. Let him do what he want to do. Hey, as long as he ain't breaking law, I don't care. That's it.
He's gay. He ain't gonna break the laws of matrimony either. He's gay.
He's breaking.
I'm not supporting him anyway. I'm not supporting him. He doesn't impress me.
He's breaking misogyny law.
All right, well, whatever. Yeah, I suppose that Joe Biden doing all goddamn hair sniffing. That ain't breaking nothing. All that hair sniffing that pervert does.
To hell with Sleepy Jim Crow Joe. I don't know why you think we support him.
Wrong. We don't support you.
I didn't say you did. I just like you to add the same sort of personal vitriol to that senile corruption.
Oh, there's a whole lot of vitriol towards that.
There's no argument from us, Sarge. I mean, high side is on dirt, man, and that motherfucker, man, is in contempt of court and all that other bullshit. You know what I mean? Man, fuck Joe Biden.
Right.
Hey, Joe Biden and his son got motherfucking cocaine everywhere.
That was his cocaine. So, Sarge, did they find the cocaine? Whose cocaine was it in the East Wing?
Yeah, they had some narcotics there in the White House left out there in plain sight, man, and they ain't made no arrest on that.
In the East Wing.
In the White House.
It was in the East Wing.
What do you all make of the reports that Let's Go Brandon Johnson out there in Chicago?
Fuck Brandon Johnson.
That he's up at
Brandon Johnson.
He need to have a mental breakdown, dummy.
that should be Let's Go Brandon Johnson. Let's Go Brandon Johnson.
No, get the hell out of office. Let's recall Brandon Johnson. That should be the chant.
They just hair fall out. Black Chicago right in town so hard.
I remember nobody can't deal with it.
It was that.
He's gonna be mayor.
It was that goddamn Lightfoot. This is Lightfoot's fault. No, don't. You can't put it on Johnson for that. That was Lightfoot. Lightfoot said, "Y'all come right on in. Chicago welcome you."
Yeah, come on in. And Lightfoot, man, you see how she...
Hey, I got one for Shay. I got a question for Shay. Shay,
yes.
What do you think about Stephanie A. Hinyard, that mayor in Dayton, Illinois? That sister is sassy.
Oh, yeah, I heard about her. This thing,
what y'all think about her?
As long as she's doing what's best for black people, I have no problem. I have no problem with her. As long as she's doing what's best for black people.
Hey, she done fixed it so when she gets out of office, no one else can get a $224,000 salary. The next man's got to settle for $24,000. I can't believe this shit.
Wow.
Okay,
well, they vote to give themselves raises every year or every 2 years.
Now, what about over there in Calumet City, Sarge? In Calumet City, okay, where they're boarding up apartments with people still in them.
Oh my God.
You got senior citizens there in apartments in Calumet City, and the damn contractors going out there boarding the fucking doors, boarding the fucking windows, man. Now, what's up with that one?
Well, look, they're not boarding up the doors because that would be illegal. They can board up the windows, but you can't board people up in a building. That's a violation of the fire code, and they get locked up for that. They're not doing that. If they are, they should be arrested.
90 seconds.
Oh, we're about to go into overtime.
You're the closest one, Sarge. Why don't you do this here? Go get your weapons. Put on your fatigues, man. Get your handcuffs, and also get your napkin holder that you're so well skilled at. Go over and start busting some of the motherfuckers.
I have no jurisdiction, sir. I am long since retired as a state policeman, and I live in Georgia. I have no jurisdiction. You know what do you have to do with this man?
60 seconds.
Is that it?
Sarge.
What are your thoughts on this piggy?
Goddamn police in Chicago.
I want to get to the goddamn thoughts on the Archivado.
The damn alderman up there was signing cards on behalf of Capone's
before we go into overtime, Shabaka, Dr. King's son passed away. Dexter King.
Okay, we're in overtime?
Yeah, we're about to head into overtime.
Okay, don't nobody hang up. We're in overtime. Okay, please, don't nobody hang up. Okay, so far we haven't gotten any hate mail in the chat room. It's open. Okay.
Now, after all this stuff I have said today, I'm amazed there isn't a blizzard of hate mail in there for me. Y'all just tell your audience out there
10 seconds.
and just excoriate God. I want some excoriation. Let me have it.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, wait. Okay, or
I'm trying to
walking the
I
car.
want to get it rolled up.
Okay, as far as that, you know, we always got Tuesday as well, too. And then get with us on StreamYard as well, too, Sarge. We put it on StreamYard as well, too.
Yeah, we've been streaming on StreamYard this whole time. Shout out to the people watching on StreamYard.
And by the way, Shabaka, I'm just letting you know, I am doing a semi-regular podcast with Judge Joe Brown.
What?
Extremely
when?
I would love Sarge. I'm inviting you, Shabaka.
Okay.
I am inviting you to participate today at 4 o'clock.
Oh,
shit. I'm on a regular podcast with Judge Joe Brown.
Oh, my God.
And this is an extremely learned black man of great power and knowledge.
Yeah, we love
my
I listen to him.
On a regular basis on broadcast.
Okay, yeah, I would love to interact with Joe Brown because I got a few things to say about him, about some of his cases.
Do so today at 4 p.m. on broadcast. I will give you the number.
4 p.m. What time zone?
Okay, write the number down, Brother Che. Please write down the number, Brother Che. Okay, what's the number, Sarge? Yeah, I'll give this out.
Okay, what's the number, Sarge?
Hold on, I'm getting it for you right now. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
The number is, boy, here it is right here. Okay, the number is area code 929 477 1167.
Okay, 929
427
477
477
1167.
Okay, what time zone is it, Sarge? You said
it's 4 o'clock Eastern time. It's on.
So that's 2 o'clock our time.
Okay.
That's 1 o'clock.
It's on every Friday. And if you want to go on YouTube, you can find. If you want to catch us on YouTube,
It's gonna be on the Real Dana. Which one is it gonna be on?
I'll probably call the judge in off the phone, man, because there's a couple of issues when I saw him on TV, man.
It's 929 477
929.
That's what I said. 929 477
Oh my fucking God.
167.
1167.
One more time, please, sir. I'm sorry. I apologize.
929er.
Mm-hmm. Carry on.
477-1167.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Now you can also catch him on the Valerie Denise Jones YouTube channel. Her name is Valerie Denise Jones. And we've got a couple videos where I'm on there with him, and we're having a podcast, and they're posted there on the web. You can find them in there.
That's her name. That's the name of her YouTube channel. Is that that's the name of the YouTube channel?
Yeah, Valerie Denise Jones with Judge Brown, Judge Joe Brown.
Why you're still sharing the show?
Oh yeah.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to really understand what you said, but I hope this works out. Either way, I cut the
Oh, we lost Shabakas.
name of the
Now, you might want to catch the show. You might want to catch the show where me and Joe Brown talk about Martin Luther King Day. I know if you listen to it, it's going to outrage you, but you will find it interesting. Judge Joe Brown, messy details, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So you might want to check that one out too.
Okay, he's not gonna be able to call back in.
He did a little bit harder than I do, but we both go hard.
Yeah, from Memphis. He ran for mayor of Memphis. He's not gonna be able to call back in. It's overtime.
All right.
So we gotta close out the show.
Me and you, right?
Yeah. So we're gonna have to close out the show. Yes. So Sarge, before we close out the show, what are your thoughts on this Piggy Wiggy that used to be the police chief of Aurora, Colorado, having a warrant for outstanding warrant for 5 years for a botched raid in Houston, Texas?
Well, again, as I said, I'm not really acquainted with the details of the case. There's a warrant. He's going to have to answer it. He gets due process. We shall see what he is or is not guilty of. So I'm willing to await events.
He's guilty of murder. Which
he's accused.
He's allegedly accused. He's accused of murder.
Okay, that's fine.
And he's being sued.
I want him to get the punishment he got coming to him.
And he's being sued by the victim's family.
I'm accused of a police officer being a criminal. Never had, never will.
Well, that's good to know, Sarge. Okay. What are your thoughts on the passing of Dexter King?
Well, Dexter King was definitely a guardian to his father's legacy. He was a classical Democrat liberal, so I didn't agree with him on most things. But he definitely had a passion for guarding the legacy of his father. In that respect, he deserves props.
Unlike King the
I don't
Third.
agree with him on very much.
Unlike King the Third is a disgrace.
I'm sure that his loss is a great pain to his family. So I'd like to offer my condolences.
Okay. Well, Lady Che, what are your closing thoughts? He said his phone powered down. Okay. No, hold on. So Sarge, give us your closing statement, and then go ahead, Lady Che, with yours.
Yeah, I think that right now we are in the midst of, as I said earlier, a Fort Sumter moment. This is a literal showdown between the federal government and the authority of the state. If you look at the statement that Governor Abbott issued, he made explicitly clear why he is taking the action he is, that the federal government has broken the compact they have with the state in which they are given the authority to protect the borders, and consequently, Governor Abbott is invoking his authority under the Constitution, Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3, which says he has the right to take emergency action, repel an imminent invasion. We shall see how this transpires, and my money is on the governor. My hopes and prayers are with the governor and the state of Texas to prevail against this hideously corrupt federal government and this grotesque administration called the Biden regime.
Okay, you're getting all argument
for. Can you hear me? I accidentally dropped the call.
Oh no!
By accident, so I did have a closing statement.
Sarge, can you still hear Lady Che?
Dropped the call. Even a little
That's kind of hard to hear. I couldn't make out what you're saying.
She got dropped from the call. She said she's on the stream yard.
So thank you for whoever's
hold
watching.
On, Lady Che.
I'm not gonna close it out because obviously it's.
Lady Che, I think they can still hear you on the blog talk.
Back in here or whatever. I will be going live though here shortly. So, thank
Lady
you for
Che.
everybody who stood in here and watched. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, can you hear me, Lady Che?
Off of blog talk here. Give me a second now. I accidentally touched the damn mic.
Oh, she messed up with the mic.
Shut this shit off.
Lady Che, can you hear me?
I accidentally shut it off, so see they're still in there.
Hey, Lady Che, your conversation is coming through to the whole world.
Hear what's going on, so I'm assuming that he's
Lady
about to play
Che.
a song or he's about to do something.
Lady Che, can you hear me?
Oh wait, probably is talking. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, she can't hear me. That's why.
See, let me turn this down for a second. Oh, okay.
Studio now.
Oh, okay, you are. Are you over here?
I'm in both. So we're at the closing. We're still on the blog talk.
Yeah, I heard you.
They can still hear you on the blog talk. So can you give your closing on the blog talk, please?
Yeah. So I thank Sarge for finally showing up to work. It was fun. I'm glad you showed up. I think it was a pretty overall, it was a good time. Thanks to the other brother for coming through.
Yeah, Brother Keith.
And thanks to Shabaka for letting us do it over there. I'm going to be going live here in a little bit, like literally a little bit.
Yeah, on the RDA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I just want to say this. Stay black, stay dangerous, stay highly favored. It's a beautiful weekend.
It's snowing. It just snowed. It just snowed outside.
Why are you so combative? Who cares? It's beautiful right now. It's a nice, beautiful day. And lots of things to be happy about. It's Friday. So
yeah, it is Friday. It definitely is that. All right. So thank y'all for. Is that your closing, Lady Che?
Well, yeah. Whatever closing you allow me to have, sir.
Oh, I'm just working within the time parameters before they pull the plug.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just fucking with you.
So thank y'all for tuning in to Grand Rising with Shabaka and Chase. We appreciate everybody that called in. Brother Keith Morris, you're always welcome to call in. Sarge, you know you're always welcome, even though you've been distorting us, deserting us for months.
Hey, sorry, you know how to get on the internet? You know you can just find us, right?
I'm surprised you don't have a YouTube channel, Sarge.
Well, I'm kind of getting up with Judge Brown and the podcast thing, but I might get around to it when I really can devote my time to it and do it like I'm supposed to.
Okay.
You can always come on and argue with Shabaka on Frontline Black News.
Yeah, he makes a great sparring partner.
Meantime, I keep my chops straight. I get in the ring. I do a little sparring with y'all. I keep myself sharp, keep my reflexes up. That's what you got to do when you don't want to let your skills lapse,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely.
Somebody got to be the spokesman.
Throw a few jabs, throw a few hooks, do a little slipping, a few punches and all that. That's what you got to do, when you want to keep yourself in shape.
Right. Yeah, because you ain't no spring chicken, Sarge. You in your 70s now, so.
There's a point I work on to keep my skills up.
Yeah.
I still got skills, man. I'm just letting you know. I still got the skills.
Okay. Just don't come at us with the napkin holder.
Big George Foreman. Hey, Big George Foreman was one of the greatest heavyweight champs in history to do what he did.
Yeah, I used to have his grill too.
He really was. I love George Foreman. I think he's one of the greatest athletes in history and a great personality.
But he's still not better than the greatest, Ali. All right.
In his ways, he is. In their unique ways. Look, let's talk about Muhammad Ali's achievement after 3 years off from boxing, and it was a great achievement. Look at George Foreman. He was out of the ring for 10 years. He weighed 320 pounds, and he came back to become the champion.
We're so lucky Shabaka isn't in here.
But Muhammad Ali donated his prime in boxing to fighting for the liberation of black people.
Okay. George Foreman was fairly maligned throughout his career for things that were beyond his control. Because as you point out, he had to do it in the shadow of Muhammad Ali, which is a kind of like an eclipse of the sun, I guess. Muhammad Ali would just overshadow anybody due to his outside personality. That's a little unfair to George Foreman, but I
he
guess
was rapping before it was
come up against a personality of the magnitude of Muhammad Ali. Nonetheless, if you objectively examine his accomplishments, they are comparable to Ali. And yet I believe Ali was the greatest, I too, but I am not going to discount George Foreman and his tremendous achievement.
Oh, we're not doing that. We're just saying Ali is not above Ali, but yeah, his accomplishments are definitely.
Ali was one of a kind, but so was George Foreman. It's just not quite as luminous as Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, well, thank you, Sarge. We appreciate you checking in with us after hiatus. So welcome back, Sarge. We welcome you to see call in Tuesday.
Today, man. I enjoyed our little thing today.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We enjoyed it as well. So thank y'all for tuning in to Grand Rising with Shabaka and Chase. The air date of this program was January 26, 2024. And of course, Black family, we got to go out with the ship ahoy. So this was season 8, episode 6 of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. Make sure y'all check us out on Tuesday for our regularly scheduled Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced at 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. in the East. So peace, love, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment from the Mile High, Snowy City, and Migrant Flooded City. Che Nkrumah signing out. Thank you, Lady Che. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you, Keith Morris. And of course, thank you, Shabaka. So we will see y'all Tuesday. And make sure y'all tap in for the RBA on YouTube in like less than an hour. Peace.
hair looking wild as hell. He's still alive on this side.
Okay, Lady Che, give your closing on this side.
Pretty entertaining. I'm glad they can hear us. I thought it was a pretty good show. As usual, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty done.
It's good to have Bacc to get all riled up with. You know, you got him riled up, so that was good.
Yeah, I found it pretty entertaining. Especially when Keith and SARS was going at it. That shit was hilarious.
That shit was mad funny.
It reminded me of Black Sun and Ron are going at it.
I wouldn't say that. This orange over here. I was out there. I thought it was a pretty good time. I mean, it was fun. So, yeah. I would say stay black, stay dangerous, stay favored. It's Friday. It's not really it does sound wet as fuck out there though. In Aurora. Obviously the RVA is coming. I get this fucking hair under control and I look around.
Yeah, shout out to the eyeballs. Appreciate you staying up with us. Waking up with us. Waking up with us.
Okay, I've been messing with the thing for a minute. And I was like, Blog Talk, man. Blog Talk. Blog Talk is pressing motherfucker else sometimes.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Goodbye. They're all wild.
For the copyright. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in to this Grand Risings with Shabaka and the Chase on StreamYard. Make sure you like and subscribe to all of our platforms, Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook, The Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook, and Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced on Facebook and Twitter, now X. So peace, love, light, reparations, and separations, and Black empowerment. We will see y'all on the RBA, which is coming up next.
Here shortly, so I get this hair under control. Look how wild it is, man. It's been like this for a while. All right, let's go ahead and end the stream. All right, I'll end it.